Messages from Heaven by Jaynee on YouTube. Um, Same name, Messages from Heaven by Jaynee .net is my website. If you'd like to see the reviews of my readings, that's where they are. And some artwork is there too. Most of my artwork's on Flickr. Um, if you're interested, just let me know. Um, it's hard to put it on here because there's only so much in the size and stuff that you're allowed. Just these little tiny um, photos on the main page. Okay, so it's mostly news today. Some Trump or Tump. I think I should say Tump. Um, Albrego Garcia. He's a guy that was sent to El Salvador for no reason. He was. I think he was on. He wasn't a citizen of the United States, but he was. He had a special situation and he was allowed to stay. Um, but the Trump's um, uh, departments do not. They don't. It's always when you are caught up in the judge in the system of judgment, at least in our United States, it's bad news because they don't want to let you go. It's very hard to get out of prison, regardless of why and how you got in there. It's really hard to get out. Even if you're innocent and they know you're innocent, they will try to keep you. That's just the way it works. Um, and it's police too, because police will lie. I'm sorry, I just have a like runny nose today. Um, they'll do everything to keep you in prison, and they will blame people who they know had nothing to do with whatever it was, a murder, a shooting in a bar. You're there, and so okay, you're going to be it because they're not going to go after people who did it, but weren't there when the police got there, and so tough luck. You're going to go to prison, and they're going to make a case to get you. It really is bad. It's not. I don't. It's not supposed to work that way, but supposed to isn't reality. Um, I don't know what to say. It's goody two shoes. It ain't okay. Um, Vietnam. Vietnam is getting hit by a typhoon, so that's horrific. So they're really in bad shape. Virginia Giuffre, um, she wrote an intimate autobiography, and she is the child who Prince Edward paid off for having had sex with her when she was 17. Um, he had no business doing that, and he didn't never admitted that he did. He continues to claim that the picture was uh, fooled around with, and he really wasn't there, and he was, of course, he was. He palled around with Tump and Epstein. They were each one, not Prince, whatever his name is. He did not have a what do you call it, modeling office or anything. They did. Epstein and Tump both had modeling agencies, and they got people from this one guy in Italy who supposedly committed suicide, and another guy who died of a heart attack, um, who was American. Um, you know, what they did was they brought young women from anywhere, but apparently lots of them from the Eastern European nations where people didn't have money, and the girls are willing to have plastic surgery to look more saleable, like Melania. Although I don't know for sure that the information hasn't come out yet about what she was doing with Jeffrey Epstein. Um, we'll see. I don't. I mean, I think she did have plastic surgery on her nose and her cheeks, and you know, um, it's something that a lot of people with a lot of money do, and I don't. I just don't blame her for it. Uh, I don't. You know, uh, what I don't know why she would marry that particular guy because he wears a diaper. He doesn't wash. I understand. I don't know. This is for entertainment purposes only, and it's just my opinion and what I've read. It doesn't. Don't put the house on it. I mean, don't borrow money on this. Uh, Tump seems to have poor, um, what do you call it, bathing habits, uh, and he. I understand he wears a diaper, and a lot of people do. People get older and stuff leaks. It's gross and disgusting, but it's reality. And people would rather be alive than with it than be dead. So they accept it. Um, However, I understand that he purposely doesn't change it because he's got a thing about very angry and very resentful. Um, I think that, and I'm not a therapist. Um, my master's is in therapeutic recreation. It's not psychotherapy. Um, I think he's really angry at people and anybody, and feels that people were able to get things that he wasn't: attention, love, brains. Um, I've said it before that in my time, I did not. I could take the tests and SAT stuff like that and do well, but someone like Tump, it was a scandal. I think in the 70s because people were doing that, especially in good schools. They were paying someone else to take the tests for them, like SATs and um, any kind of test. I had to take a big test for therapeutic recreation, which is like much harder than the job. The job was interesting, you know. But anyway, um, I think maybe he might have been somebody that hired people to sit in class and take the tests for him. Because I don't think I think he's really stupid. Don't take my word for it. Maybe somebody knows him and feels he's not. Okay. Um, I'm glad that India officially said that they would buy the cheapest oil, not worry about it. Tough luck, Tump. You know, uh, no other country is supposed to be telling another country what they can do. I mean, Tump made this crazy what do you call them? Things where if you buy American goods, you pay you pay extra. If we buy things from um, China, there's gonna be a tariff. That's what it is. Tariffs on things of 25%, 50%. It's all coming out of his head. There's no economic justice in it. There's no feeding into it. It isn't something he worked out with a economist or a financial advisor. Nope, it's his personal shtick. Pretty dumb. Well, okay, so that's India, which I think is very honorable. Um, I saw uh, South Korea. To me, is getting it's like America East. And it's funny. My granddaughters, one is 8, where I was yesterday visiting them. One's 8, and one is 4, and they were very excited about a group, a group of South Korean singers and dancers and stuff, and they were doing this music and dancing around. Um, I happen to know why they were wearing these hats from. I don't think it was medieval, but it was I don't know, maybe the 1700s. Certain kind of hats from South Korea. They asked me, "What are the hats?" And I told them that's what the hats with like that's where what they were, and they wore them. Um, it was really fun, and the singers were. I mean, it was what's anime. So the singers weren't really doing it. It was the cartoons of them, and they were gorgeous. You know, yes, they were. So it was fun. It was definitely fun. Um, Ecuador. I didn't know that Ecuador was having problems with drug cartels and having problems with violence. Um, Ecuador has long been a nation where they have, what do they call them, First Nations, like the First People. Um, and we would see them, they would wear just a certain kind of hat, and their clothing was unique for Ecuador. And here they're having violence from the cartels. They're selling drugs. Uh, it's, I mean, I think it seems as though they have taken over a lot of Central and South America. That people are running from them because uh, they're really violent. I mean, they kill people, um, they kidnap people and torture them, and if the people don't come up with a lot of money, they kill them. Um, and it's horrible. The United States has been, I don't know if I say freaked out. Yes, I think so, about Mexico for a long time, that it's been a problem there. Um, and yet, there are wealthy people in each of these nations who are doing fine because they're in compounds that are fenced, and nobody can get in. They have people watching, and it's private, very private. That's, I hope that this country isn't going that way. Nigeria is one too, where some areas are run by the Boko Haram, and that is a terrorist group. They've been going into schools because they don't like Western education, and they've been abducting children. And also, they've been abducting adults and holding them for ransom. They are Islamic terrorists, same as Hamas. So I hope nobody in here thinks Hamas is in any way good people, because they're assuredly not. Um, there is a mosque around the corner, and we had our neighbors in Philadelphia were Muslim. I mean, they were nice people. So, and I worked with Muslim people. So it's not the people. These are not terrorists. Are not in any way like normal average people. I mean, yes, you could maybe have a conversation, but they're very angry, and their aims or their use of terrible violence and pain and suffering is something that normal people would never stoop to. Oh, thank you. Somebody, Juan Santana, is that right? It's hard to read the small print. Thank you, sweetie. It's very sweet. Um, okay, so I mentioned that. What is this? I can't read my own handwriting. Cashel, a friend. Oh, Kushner. Uh, Kushner is the guy. The guy who he is. He was made the ambassador to France. He is an ex-convict who was the who went to jail for stealing money. He's the father of Tump's daughter's. Let me see, daughter's husband. Um, the daughter's husband is Jared, and he's the guy who sent broken breathing machines to New York when we had really bad COVID and there were no medicines. Um, so he, let's see, he was saying that France tolerates anti Semitism. I think they do. Um, they have always actually. Uh, I've read about the Dreyfus situation in France. I mean, it's not perfect. It's a smaller country than here. I don't know what to say. The prime minister was really mad. He didn't want to hear that. It's reality. I don't know what they don't do anything about it. They have a lot of migrants from Muslim nations, and people definitely have been killed um, because they are Jews, and the people who did it are the Muslims. Usually immigrants from a more hateful country. Um, okay, winemakers are going to have to blend wines of different years because of um, what's happening is that the climate change is affecting so many things. Not only is are our waters, our oceans getting deeper and threatening the land, places like New York City and Florida, uh, Europe. Not only that, what's happening, let's see, there are foods that are having problems. It's affecting rice. So some of the rice, not every type of rice, some kinds, and um, what people are doing is having to look into putting. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, putting some rices together and seeing if they like the taste. Fooling around. The rising temperatures are causing unpredictable weather. Well, we know that we're having weird. We've been having weird weather. Coffee is another thing that's being affected. Chocolate, potatoes. I didn't know potato. I didn't ever think potatoes would. Bananas, peaches, almonds. I knew almonds were because when I would ride down through California with my brother, uh, they were the almond growers were putting signs up about how they need water because they're not going to be able to grow this and trying to get people to agree with them so that they could get more water. Well, I don't know what to say. They used to grow almonds. I think it was Lebanon. You know. Okay. Um, Maple syrup. Let's see what's this. Oh my God, I can't. Oh, what is this? I did this by not spelling it correctly, but spelling it the way that I hear it. Um, Pistachios. You should see how it's written. Oh boy. So, maple syrup. They were explaining how the trees from which we normally get the syrup are really not. It's so little coming out now. Um, that's a problem. Fish and shellfish too. And that's it. That's my whole. That's my whole thing for today. Um, Thank you very much for watching. I will come back with more. I have been reading something on my phone called Substack, getting a lot of information. It's beginning to be known that Tump did not win the election. It was really stolen. Um, and I'm waiting for that to be explained in language that I could explain. I'm so sorry. Um, so that was one thing. The guy, the one with a worm in his brain, he came out and said that he didn't want the COVID vaccinations to be available, and we do have a different form of COVID coming. What else? The whole thing about just Jelaine. I don't how do you say her name? Um, I'm trying to think of what her last name is. We don't even care or need to know her last name. She was the girlfriend of Larry Epstein, and she was there for everything. Maybe in the end they had broken up, but she was still. I read something by one of the women who'd been trafficked saying that Ivana was in the car with Ghislaine and this young woman who was trafficked, and just Ghislaine, I don't know. She would stop outside of a school, run up and get the phone number of a kid in school to traffic the kid because Jeffrey Epstein liked to have sex with kids. So these were kids in elementary school. The woman who was talking was she was in college, and she was in art college, kind of down the street from Jeffrey Epstein, and he raped her a lot. And she dropped out of college. It screwed her life up for a long time. But just Lane gave this interview with a guy who was Tump's, um, I love that name, uh, personal lawyer who became the second in command at the, what do you call it? The, the, our department of, the DOG, Department of Government, Department of, uh, all the courts, everything like that, courts, um, prisons, it's all under this person. And the person who went down and interviewed her is a second in command there. And also, well, you're not, it's supposed to be a non political office. It always was, but not with Tump. So she she really wants to get out of prison. I mean, she's a child predator, and she's in a what do you call it? A very low prison, a very low security prison. That's where she is. and child predators are not supposed to be there, but she's there. And she was moved there after, I think when she spoke to that guy for 2 days, and now the script has come out. It's not script, the report. Um, so she said that, of course, Trump is wonderful. He was always a gentleman. She never saw him do anything wrong. He wasn't really a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. And oh, it's so ridiculous. Anybody who believes that garbage is really silly. Um, so it's almost a joke. But let me stop. I'm talking. I don't want to talk any longer. And have a lovely evening. Um, I am going to see what I can do. Thank you so much for watching. Please push the buttons and please talk to me at spiritsbyjaynee at gmail.com. And that's about it. Thank you. Bye bye now. No, not stopping. Oh, okay. That's good. Thank you. Um, wait a minute. What? Oh, come on. Yes. I can't believe it. It's asking me questions. Okay.